we shall answer all the questions in this paper. So this is 2024 internal. The first question here, they are saying simplify. So to simplify, we shall copy, of course, and this is what you need to do. You copy what you've been given. And then after copying, you now multiply what is in front of the brackets. So here, it will be 3 times a 2x. That will give us what? 6x. 3 times negative 4, it's negative 12. Negative 2 times x, that's negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 1, it's positive 2. So from this stage, of course, we group the like terms. We've got 6x minus 2x minus 12 plus a 2. So here, we can say 6x minus 2x, we are getting a 4x. And negative 12 plus 2, that is negative 10. So this is our answer. Of course, you write it here. 4x minus 10. For the next question here, they are saying evaluate negative 2 to the power 0 times negative 2 to the power negative 3. Here, we shall say negative 2 power 0 times negative 2 power negative 3. So we know the laws of indices. Anything to the power 0 will give us a 1. So we've got a 1 here times negative 2 power negative 3. So once we do this, we can of course forget about this. Since this is 1, so 1 multiplied by this, which is a negative 2 inside the brackets, power negative 3, we'll still get the same thing, negative 2 power negative 3. And once we do that, of course, this will be applying the laws of indices. It will be 1 over negative 2 power 3. The laws of indices, when you've got a negative power, so all this thing will come down here as a denominator, and on top we shall have a 1, which is equal to 1 over negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So negative times negative times negative, we shall get a negative, and there is a 1 here, and then 2 times 2 times 2, it will give us 8. So this is our answer, negative 1 over 8. We come to question 3. So here, we've got 27y power 2 minus 3x power 2. You check what is common. Factorization. So 3 is found here and here. It can go into 27. So we shall say 3 into 27, we're getting a 9 power 2 minus x power 2. Because 3 into negative 3x squared will just remain with the negative x squared. The 3 is outside. At this point, we can say 3, and then we write this 9 as 3 power 2 multiplied by y power 2 minus x power 2. So here we are going to apply difference of two squares. So this is how it will look like. You get all the bases without the powers. So 3y minus x, 3y plus, or this can be plus, and then here you say minus x. It's the same. You can either start with this or this. It's the same. And this is how the answer must look like. So always don't forget to write your answer on the answer space given. Okay? So this is our answer. We now go to question 4. All right, so for question number 4, the question reads, a straight line is represented by the equation that is a 2x minus y is equal to a 5. Find the gradient over the line. So your understanding here must be that when you've got y is equal to mx plus c, here the gradient is this one. This is the gradient, m. Whatever coefficient is here is your gradient. So we are going to get this, which is a 2x minus y is equal to 5. We make y subject like it is here. Y is alone. So y must be alone here. It will be minus y is equal to 5 minus 2x. Okay? So this 2x has gone the other side of the equation. It's now minus 2x. You divide by minus 1, by minus 1, by minus 1. So negative and negative will go. We shall remain with a y is equal to negative 5 plus 2x. So you can leave this equation like this, or you can write it like this. So our m is equal to a 2. So the gradient that we are looking for is equal to 2. Remember, I said the m must be here. Whichever number that is with x is your gradient, is your m. So this 2 is with x, it's my m. M is equal to a 2. So you write here the gradient is equal to 2. We come to question 5. So for question number 5, they have given us this space. The first thing must be to indicate. You put the numbers here or letters. In each space, you write one number. Okay. So what we want is P intersect R complement intersect Q. So I'm going to find my R complement. So what is R? So when you check R is right over here. Now what is the complement? Meaning what is outside set R? We've got 1, 2, 3. These, they are not found in set R. And 8. I can also identify my P. This P is a 1, 2, 4, 5. That's my P. Meaning P intersect R complement will be what is common here and here. We've got 1, 2, and what else? Just 1 and 2. So what is our Q? Our Q, we check here. That is a 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay? So you can see, I want to find this. Now what I'm looking for, that is P intersect R complement intersect Q. So you check what is common here and here. It's just a 2. So where 2 is here is where we need to shade. So that's our answer, okay? So for question number 6, they are saying the magnitude of vector PQ is 20 units, okay? Given that vector OP is this one and vector OQ is 17, y here, find the positive value of y. So for this one, of course, we are going to first find the vector PQ. So vector PQ can be found by simply getting the coordinates in Q minus the coordinates in P. So that will be 17 minus 5, then y minus 0. So this will give us 17. Actually here it's a 12. Because 17 minus 5 will give us a 12. And here it will be y. Okay? So once we get that, we use the formula for finding magnitude. So magnitude is the length. So the length of this vector will be, you get 12 squared plus y squared. And according to the question, they are saying it's 20 units. So we shall say is equal to 20. Here it will be 144 plus y squared is equal to 20. Okay, so to get rid of this square root, we're going to apply a power 2 here and a power 2 right here. This, of course, is giving us a 144 plus y squared is equal to 400. So this root and the power 2 will go, we shall remain with a 144 plus y squared. 20 squared, it's a 400. Okay, we group the like terms. So this is how it will be. Okay, so from this stage, we've got y squared is equal to, what is 400 minus 144? This is 144. 400 minus 144. So this will be a 6, here a 5, here a 2. Okay? To get rid of the power 2 here, we square root. So the power 2 and the root will go. Square root of 256, it will just be equal to a 16. So the value of y is equal to a 16. Okay? We go to the next question. So for the next question here, they are saying we find A transpose. So given that A is equal to 4, 5, 1, 1, and B is equal to x minus 1, 1, 2, 0, find A transpose. So question A, we want A transpose. And this will just be a 4, 5, 1, 1 here. So this is our answer. You just switch. This row becomes a column, which is this, and this other row also becomes the column. So we now go to question B. Question B, they've given us that A, B is equal to 10, 4, 2, 1. This simply means they have multiplied this matrix by this matrix, is giving us this answer. So to find the value of x, we are just going to multiply the two matrices, 4, 5, 1, 1, which is matrix A, multiplied by matrix B, which is x minus 1, 1, 2, 0, and then we shall say equal to, okay? Equal to, here the answer is 10, 4, 2, and 1. So in multiplying, we just use this row by this column is equal to the number which is on top. So it will be 4 times 4 minus x. That's a 4 x minus 1, sorry, minus 1. Plus, and then we get this 5 times 2, it will be a 10, which is equal to a 10, this 10, this side. So from this point, we can say 4x minus 4 plus 10 is equal to a 10. So when you group like terms together, this will be a 4x. This and this will cancel. We shall remain with a 4, this 4, over a 4, over a 4. So the value of x will simply be equal to 1. So this is the answer for question B. X is equal to a 1. We go to the next question, which is question. So for question 8, they are saying that given that 99, 92, and 85 are the first three terms of an arithmetic progression, find a sixth term. So to find the sixth term, we're just going to use the nth formula. This is a formula we need to use. Okay, so we identify our A. Our A is the first term, that's a 99. Our N is what they are asking us in the question, it's a 6. Our D is the difference, that's a 7. So to find this D, you can just do this. You say 92 minus 99. This will give us a negative 7. So just pick two numbers which are following each other. Start with what is to your right minus what is to your left, which is giving us a 7. So when you do that, you now work out things, okay? So we shall say T6 here is equal to 99 plus a 6 minus 1. The D is a 7, okay? So we simplify further. This is 9 plus, which is a 99, plus a 5, and this will give us a 7, negative 7 here. we are getting a 99 minus 35. When you multiply here, you're getting a negative 35, which of course, when we simplify further, this is giving us 64. 99 minus 35 is a 64, and this is our answer, 64. For question B, for the nth term, we're going to say a plus n minus 1 and the d there. So we shall say nth is equal to 99 plus our n is a 6 minus 1 and the d there, actually the d is a negative 7. Okay, it's negative 7. So nth is equal to 99. Remember the d, we are using it and the first term. So here we just use the first term and the d. So this is giving us actually here don't put the value of n, leave it the way it is. So this will be n minus 1 and negative 7 here. You simplify 99 minus 7n plus a 7. So when you work out, this will be 106, if I'm not mistaken, minus 7n. Yeah, so 99 plus 7 is 106. So our nth term is equal to 106 minus 7n. Okay, we go to the next question. They are saying a 6-sided die is thrown once. Find the probability of getting a number which is a multiple of 3. Multiple over 3. Very important. So let me just educate you a little bit. So the multiples of 3, we know that a die will give us how many options? 6. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So multiples of 3, when we talk about multiples of 3, this is a multiple of 3 and this is a multiple of 3. So the way we get to find multiples, you just write 3, 3. So it's a 3 times 1, it's a 3, times 2, it's a 6, times 3, it's a 9. There is no 9 here. These are the only options of a die. Okay? It can either give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are just two numbers. Okay? There are two numbers here, or the multiples of 3. There is this 3 and a 6. So to answer this for question A, you're going to say there are two options out of 6 possibilities, which will give us a 1 over 3. So the answer is 1 over 3. 1 over 3. Okay? We come to an equation here for question B. So the equation is 1 minus 2t power 2 is equal to 25. So we square root both sides. We're getting rid of this power 2. We shall have 1 minus 2t is equal to positive or negative 5. We solve two equations. 1 minus 2t is equal to 5, or 1 minus 2t is equal to negative 5. So here, negative 2t is equal to 5 minus 1, negative 2t is equal to a 4. Divide by negative 2 by negative 2. This and this will go. The value of t will be equal to a negative 2. Okay. We now come to this other one. Solving this equation, 1 minus 2t is equal to negative 5. Negative 2t is equal to negative 5 minus 1. Negative 2 is equal to negative 6. Divide by negative 2 by negative 2. The value of t will simply be equal to 3. So we've got negative 2 and or 3. Negative 2 or 3. Okay? So those are the two values of t. We go to the next question. So here for question 10a, they are saying given that E is equal to the set of natural numbers less than 10. A is even numbers and B is prime numbers. List A complement intersect B. So here you just say E is equal to the natural numbers less than 10 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are counting numbers. While even numbers, okay, so for the even numbers, it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, just 8, because they are less than 9, so it's 8. And when we talk about even numbers, we're simply talking about numbers that only 2 can go in. For B, it's prime numbers. So prime numbers will be a 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so these are the prime numbers. And when we talk about prime numbers, we are talking about numbers which can only allow itself and 1. It has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. These are the prime numbers. So now we list A complement intersect B. This will simply be equal to a 2, okay? And what else? A 3, no, just a 2. So our answer here is equal to, no, one more thing. There's something that we did not do. This is a mistake. We need to find A complement. We haven't gotten A complement. So A complement, you go to A and list the elements which are not found in set A. 1 is not in set A, 2 is there, 3 is not in set A, 4 is there, 5 not in set A, 6 is there, 7 not there, 8 is there, 9 not there. So we're getting the elements which are not found in set A. So we can say now A complement intersect B. Okay, so the intersection of these two will be a 3, this one, a 5, and a 7. So this is our answer for question A. For question B, the answer will be equal to a 2. Okay, so for this question, they are saying the diagram below shows the position of town A, B, and C on the Earth's surface. So they're saying, what is the time at C when the time at A is equal to 11:22 hours? So if the time at A is 11:22, what we need to do first to find time here, it's what we call time difference. So time difference will be equal to theta over 15 degrees. So here we shall find our theta. What's our theta? A and C, they are on opposite direction. This is east, this is west. So we're going to add them. 75 degrees plus 45 degrees. So when we add, this is 0, here it's a 12. So we're getting a 12 degrees as our theta. We can now put it here. So TD is equal to 120 degrees over 15, which is giving us 8 hours. So 8 hours. So here they said the time is 11. So what will be the time here? We are moving from left to right. So we shall add 11 hours plus 08 hours. Actually 11:22. It's a 22. This is 11:22. So 11:22 plus 08 hours. So this is a 2, 2. This is a 9. This is a 1. So we're getting 19:22. Okay, so that's 19:22. Or 19 hours, 22 minutes. So you can leave your answer like this or put hours. It's okay. So we can write 19:22 here as our time. Right here. I'm getting tired. So, but let's push. Let's see if we can answer all the questions. So here, they want us to calculate distance. So for question B, distance is equal to speed over, speed. Speed is equal to distance over time. So what is the distance given? That's a 720 or 7,200 over the time, which is a 9. So this is giving us 800 knots when we divide. So for question 12, they are saying solve the equation 3 to the power 1 minus 2x plus 4 is equal to 5. So let me copy the equation here. 3 power 1 minus 2x plus 4 is equal to a 5. This is question A. So 3 power 1 minus 2x is equal to 5 minus 4. This 4 come this side. So 3 like that. This is giving us a 1 here. We apply the laws of indices, so we can write this as 3 power 1 over 3 power 2x is equal to a 1. We cross multiply. 3 power 1 is equal to 3 power 2x. So the bases are equal to each other. We can equate the powers. Divide by 2 by 2. This and this is going. We shall remain with x is equal to 1 over 2. So our answer is 1 over 2. For B, they've given us, let's read the question. They're saying the diagram shows a sector A or B whose area is equal to, okay, so the area there is equal to 231. And the radius is equal to 14. The angle subtended at the center is theta. Find the value of theta. So area is equal to theta over 360 degrees. This is the formula, pi r squared. So what is our area? It's a 231, which is equal to theta over 360 degrees times 22 over 7 times 14 squared. So we start simplifying. That's 231 is equal to theta over 360 times 22 over 7 times 14 times 14. So this 7271 into 14 is a 2. 2 into 2, 11. Into 360, it's a 180. 2 into 2, 1. Into 180, that's a 90. Okay. So 2 into 2, it's actually a 45. Into 14, it's a 7. So we've got 231 is equal to theta over 45 times 11 times 7, that's a 77. Okay. So we say, we cross multiply here. We can do this times 45 is equal to 77 theta divided by 77 by 77. So when you divide by 77 there, what are we getting? So we can make this 77 go into 231. So when it goes there, we're getting a 3. So in itself, it's a 1. Here, it's a 3. So 3 times 45 is equal to theta, because this and this will cancel. When we multiply the value of theta, when we multiply by 45, we are getting a 135 degrees. So this answer is for question B here. Okay. For question A, the value of x is equal to 1 over 2. Here, theta is equal to 135. That's it. Let's go to the next question. The next question here, it's under functions. So here we've been given this question to find g inverse of x. So get the g function, which is g of x is equal to x plus 4 over 3. So where there is this, you shall say y is equal to x plus 4 over 3. You cross multiply, 3y is equal to x plus 4. We now group the like terms. So we shall have x is equal to 3y minus 4. So this 4 will follow this, will cross the equal sign, maintain the x, and this maintain. It's positive, just maintain. Just make this 4 move so that x is alone. So when you see that x is alone, you can write now g inverse of x is equal to 3x minus 4. You introduce x here. The moment you write g inverse of x, you introduce x right here where there is y. This is question A. For question B, we are getting g of f of x. So g of f of x, meaning between these two functions, get what is starting. This is g. Where there is x, you write the other equation, the other function, which is a 3x plus 5. So it will be g of f of x is equal to 3x plus 5. So you see, this has been written where x is here. Then you say plus 4 over a 3. So this will be 3x plus a 9 over a 3. So we can even simplify here. 3 is common. You remain with x plus a 3 over a 3. So this 3 and the 3 will cancel, which is equal to x plus a 3. This is our answer. So here we're saying g inverse of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Here g of f of x is equal to x plus 3. And then the last question, which is question C, they're saying we find g of f over 4. This will simply be equal to, you see, this g of x. Now there is 4 here, meaning you're going to substitute 4 right here. So it will be 4 plus 3, which will give us a 7. So the answer here is equal to a 7. Okay. We go to the next question here. They're saying a container of cooking oil has a mass of 15.4. So 15.4. That's a mass. Okay. So this is the true value. Write the tolerance of the mass of a container of cooking oil. So to find the tolerance, we're just going to add stroke subtract by 0.01. So this is our absolute value, 0.01. Okay? So when we subtract here minus 0.0, actually 0.05. What are we getting? So we're getting a 15.45. That's actually when we add. This is what we're getting. And when we subtract, you guys have not rested. So I'm trying to answer this question paper without resting. So when we subtract, that is a 15.4 minus 0.05. So 15.4 minus 0.05. This, of course, is giving us a 15.35. So this is what we've gotten. Now to find tolerance, you're going to say 15, which is the maximum value, minus the minimum value. Okay? This minus this. And when you do that, we're getting a 0.1. We're getting a 0.1. So our tolerance is a 0.1. The next question is, write down the relative error of the mass of the container of cooking oil as a fraction in its simplest form. So to write this, we're going to write 0.05 over the true value. So this is absolute value over the true value, which is a 15.4. So here we shall say times 100 times 100. It will give us a 5 over 1540. This is what we're getting, which is equal to, when we reduce 5 into itself, it's a 1. And then here 5 into 1040. So 5 into 1040, it's giving us a 308. So this is what we're getting, 1 over 308. Okay. For the next question, they are saying the diagram in the answer space shows triangle ABC with vertices A, that's 2,3, B, 4,2, C, 4,4. Triangle ABC is mapped onto triangle A1, B1, C1 under reflection in the line X is equal to 6. Draw triangle A1, B1, C1 on the diagram in the answer space. So this is how it is. So let's remember that they've said this diagram will be mapped by reflection, and the line of reflection will be this one. X is equal to 6. Okay? So we just start counting the distance or measure the distance. From here it's 1, 2. So we go this way, 1, 2. This is point B. From here it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be here, point A, 1, 2. So 1, 2, point C. So just join these points, and this is how your answer will look like. Okay. So this is 1, 1, 1. A1, B1, C1. Just like that. So the next question here, it's under variation. It's given that A varies as B and inversely as the square of C. And A is equal to 9 when B is equal to 12 and C is equal to 2. Find the value of K, the constant of variation. So to find this, we are going to say A varies as B and inversely as C squared. So this is A, and this is how the formula will look like, or the equation. Our A, they are saying it's a 9, which is equal to our B is a 12, and our C is a 2. So it will be 2 squared. So that's a 9 is equal to K12 there over a 4. So 4 into 4, 1 into 12, it's a 3. 9 is equal to 3K. Divide by 3, this and this will go. K is equal to a 3, because 3 into 3 is a 3. So the value of K is equal to a 3. We go to question B. So A is equal to KB over C squared. We need this formula. So they are saying we find A if the value of K, we've just found the value of A to be equal to 3. So we shall write a 3. Value of B is a 16. And value of C is a 4. So that's 4 squared. This will be 3, 16 over 16. You cancel out here, you shall remain with a 3. So for question B, the answer is a 3. For question C, we use the formula also. So question C, A is equal to KB over C squared. So we are looking for the value of C. We've been given the value of B and A. We know our K is a 3. So our A is a 3, which is equal to, our K is a 3, and our B there is a 25. Our C is what we are looking for. So you cross multiply, we are getting a 3C squared is equal to 325. So this will cancel these two, we remain with a C squared is equal to 3 and the 3 will go. We remain with the 25 here, you square root both sides. So the value of, or values of C will be equal to negative or positive 5. C is equal to 5 or negative 5. So here 5, negative 5. Here it's a 3, the value of K, and here also it's a 3, the answer. All right, so for the next question here, they are saying the following diagram P, Q, and R are points on the circumference of a circle. Center O, okay, so the center there is O. ARB is a tangent to the circle at the point R, and AB is equal to 15 degrees. And angle ARP is equal to 44 degrees. Find angle OPR. OPR. So for this angle to be found, OPR, we know that this is the radius and this is the radius. So we can find this angle using the property which says that the radius and the tangent line, they form a 90 degrees. So we can say 90 degrees minus 44 degrees. So what is 90 minus 44? This, of course, is giving us what? It's giving us a 46. So this is 46 degrees. For this other angle, PQR. So P is right here. Q is here, R. So angle PQR. For angle PQR, we don't need to waste our time. This is 44 degrees. So we know that the angle between the tangent line, okay, and the chord here will be equal to the angle that will be formed from the chord to the circumference. So this angle here is equal to this, so it's 44. We now go to the last question, on question 17 here. Angle BPR. So BPR. We are looking for this angle. we can first find this angle here. Okay, so we shall say 180 degrees minus 44 degrees. This, of course, is giving us what? When we say 180 minus 44, we are, of course, getting a 136 degrees. So we use property of a triangle. This angle plus this must give us 180. So we're going to call this as angle P. So P plus 136 plus 15 degrees must give us 180. So P plus, when we add 130 plus 15, these are, we are getting a 151, which is equal to 180. We group the like terms. P is equal to 180 degrees minus 151. So this, of course, is giving us a 29. So the value of P is equal to 29 degrees. So that's angle, or should I say C? The answer is 29 degrees. We go to the next question. All right, so for question 18 here, they're saying a company declares a dividend of 8%. Mary owns 1,300 shares of value 75. So 75 kwacha each. How much dividend does she receive? So here we're going to say, question A, 8 is equal to, we don't know what she's receiving. We say 1,300 times 75, and then here times 100%. So this and this will go. 8 is equal to x over, when you multiply 13 times 75, we're getting a 975. We cross multiply, x will be equal to 7,800. So this is the answer for question A. For question B, they are saying the point -1,4 is the midpoint of the line PQ. So here we can say P, according to what they've said here, it's a 2,3, and then Q is, we don't know, is what we are looking for, okay? And then the midpoint is this one, which is -1, -4. So here I can advise you to just say 2 plus this entry over a 2 is equal to the answer, which is here, -1. We cross multiply, we're getting a 2 plus x is equal to -2. X will be equal to -2 minus 2. These two come this side. So the value of x will be equal to -4. Again, for this other one, we say -3 plus y. So you see, this plus this is equal to the answer. Even here, this, which is the -3 plus y, is equal to this -4, the y-axis. So here we have 1, y is equal to -4 plus, actually it's supposed to be over 2 here. And when you cross multiply, you're getting -8. This is -8 plus a 3. This 3 will come this side. So it will be y is equal to -5. The coordinates here are -4, -5. So these are the coordinates of Q. We go to the next question here. They're saying in the diagram, A, B, C are 3 points on the level ground. A is due north of C. Angle ABC is 50 degrees and angle CBD is 60 degrees. Calculate the bearing of A from B. So A from B. So do our north where they're saying from B. This is our north. And then we start moving like this. So this is a bearing we need to find. So we can use the idea of parallel lines or transverse line and 2 parallel lines. So if you can see, this is this angle here. The angle that you're able to see is 60 degrees. If we prolong this like this, this also will be a 60 degrees. And then here it's 180. So we can say 60 degrees plus 180 degrees from here to here, since this is a straight line, plus a 50 degrees. There is a 50 inside here. It must give us this bearing we are looking for, okay? So we add, that is 60 plus 180 plus 50. So what are we getting? We're getting a 290. So this is a 290 degrees. Okay? For question B, they're saying bearing of B from A. So bearing of B from A. So from A, we do our north, and then we do, this is the bearing we're looking for. So what we can normally do here, we can extend this. Okay? So when we extend this, we can, of course, take advantage of, let me see a bit, let me see here. We know that this is 60, okay? We can find this angle by using this 60 and this. So in this case, it will be 50 degrees plus 60 degrees is equal to, here, it's giving us a 110, okay? You see, it's giving us a 110, and then this is a straight line. Since it's a straight line, we know that the angle here is 180. So in order for us to find this, since we've added, we're going to subtract from 180. So 180 degrees minus 110, this is giving us a 70 degrees, okay? So meaning the angle here is a 70 degrees. And to find this bearing, we're going to say 180 minus 70 degrees, which will give us a 110 degrees. So meaning this is a 110. We can write 290 degrees, then here 110 degrees. All right, so for question 20, they are saying this the solid cylinder are geometrically similar. The ratio of their corresponding radii is 3. So the ratio is a 3 to a 2. Given that the volume of the bigger cylinder is 216 centimeter cubed, calculate the value of the smaller cylinder. So since we're talking about the volume, so here these ratios, we change them. We'll put a power 3 power 3. This is giving us a 27. The other one is giving us 8. Okay. So of course this is a ratio of the bigger. So we shall say 27. It's the bigger. Okay, it's the ratio of the bigger. Since it's a bigger number, it will move with a 216, which is the volume of the bigger one. 8 will move with x. We don't know the value of x. It's a volume of a smaller cylinder. We cross multiply. 27x is equal to 8 times 216. So here we divide by 27 by 27, x and x, 27 will go, will remain with x, which is equal to, so 216 there, divide by 27, it's giving us 8. So this is 8 times 8. Now what is 8 times 8? It's a 64. So the volume of the smaller is 24 centimeter cubed. So this is question A. For B here, when you just look at this, the way it looks, what is missing here is a formula. So you're just going to write the formula for finding area of a trapezium. So for the next question here, they are saying write the 3 inequalities that define the unshaded region R on the diagram below. So the 3 inequalities, we can write this one is y is equal to a 4, since it's passing at y-axis only, so the inequality will be y is less than 4. So y is less than 4. We can come to this. So for this one, we pick the coordinates here. It's negative 4, 0. Here it's negative 6, 4. So let me get the coordinates. Negative 6, 4 and negative 4, 0. We find the gradient, which is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What is our y2? It's a negative 4 minus, actually it's a 4. Okay, so this is x2, y2, x1, y1. So it's a 4 minus 0 over negative 6 minus negative 4. So we simplify, we are getting a 4 over negative 6 plus a 4, which is equal to a 4 over negative 2. So this is a negative 2. So our m is equal to negative 2. Okay. So now we can use equation or formula of finding equation of a straight line. So we shall use these points. 0 is our x-axis, is equal to negative 2. Our m here, we just found it to be equal to negative 2. The x is a negative 4 plus c. 0 is equal to 8 plus c. So c is equal to negative 8. So we can say y is equal to negative 2x plus, minus 8. Okay. This is the equation. So we can write y is greater or equal to negative 2x minus 8. This is the answer. Okay, so this is what we have. Y is greater or equal to negative 2x minus 8. So this is where it's shaded, okay? Down here. So we get the opposite, which is a greater. We now go to this one. So this one, just by looking, you follow all the steps, you find its gradient. The gradient will be equal to a 1 when you do the calculations for this one. So once you find the gradient, you come and do these steps, you find the equation of a straight line, which will just be a y is equal to x plus a 4. Y is equal to x plus 4. So to show the inequality, this is how it's going to look like. Okay. So here, a straight line, L is perpendicular to the line y is equal to 3x plus 4. So we've got y is equal to 3x plus 4. And then they say, given that line L passes through this point, 3, a, and has 3 as its y-intercept. So for the weight perpendicular, we're going to get the gradient here. So the m1 will be equal to a 3. We use the formula m1 times m2 is equal to negative 1. Our m1 is a 3. So we shall have m2 here, which is equal to negative 1. We divide by 3 by 3. So m2 will be equal to negative 1 over 3. This is m2. So we're going to use the formula for finding equation of a straight line. And then we maintain y is equal to, okay, negative 1 over 3x plus a 3. So these 3, they are saying y-intercept, meaning where this equation is passing through the y-axis, or the value of c. The value of c is the y-intercept. It's a 3. When you hear y-intercept, it's the value of c. Where the equation is passing through the y-axis, it's passing at 3. And this is the answer. We go to the next question. They are saying find the equation of the curve. So this is a curve you're able to see. We've got negative 5 here and we've got negative 1. So to find the equation which is forming this curve, we get the values. So we shall say x is equal to negative 5 or x is equal to negative 1. So x plus 5 is equal to 0. This will come this side. So it will say equal to 0. X plus 1 equal to 0. So from here, we say x plus 5, x plus 1 equal to 0. So this and this, you multiply them, and then you say equal to 0. Here, x squared plus x plus 5x plus a 5 is equal to 0. So this is x squared plus 6x plus a 5 equal to 0. So the equation is y is equal to x squared plus 6x plus a 5. This is an equation. We now find the turning point. So for the turning point, we're going to use the formula x is equal to b over 2a. So here it will be negative 6 over 2, 1 here equal to this into this, it's a negative 3. Okay, so the x-axis or x value at the turning point is negative 3. So in case you're wondering where I'm getting the 6 and a 1 here in place of the ones I've substituted in place of b and a, they're coming from here. This is where our a is, our b here, our c here. Okay. So the next thing is to find the value, y value at a turning point. So this is what will happen. We substitute a negative 3. Where there is x here, you put a negative 3. So this is what I've done. And then you simplify. This is giving us a 9 minus 18 plus a 5. So this will be negative 9 plus 5. Here it's a negative 4. So the turning point is a negative 3, negative 4. That's a turning point. We go to the next question, which is the last question of this paper. All right, so for the next question here, which is our last question, 23. The following diagram is a speed time graph of a particle moving in a straight line. The particle accelerates uniformly from a speed of 35 meters per second to 20 meters per second in 10 seconds. It then moves at a random speed of 20 meters per second for 15 seconds before it decelerates uniformly to come to rest at 40th second. Okay, so this is a diagram. For the first question, they are saying calculate the retardation of the particle in the first 10 seconds. So we're going to say retardation, okay, is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. So our final velocity, we'll just get a 35. It's okay. Since you're starting with a retardation, you can get this. And then our initial will be a 20, the number which is right over here. Over time between 0 and 10, it's a 10. So this is a 15 over 10, which will just give us a 3 over 2 meters per second squared. So this is the retardation. The next question, they're saying speed of the particle at the at t is equal to 31 seconds. So this is 25, 31 may be somewhere here. Okay, so let's form this. We're going to use the idea of similarity and congruence. So this is where 25 is, 31 and 40. So you're able to see 25, 31, 40. Up here we've got a 20. You can see this is 20. Up here 20, and here we are going to say x, or we can say y. We are looking for y. This is the speed we are looking for. So we can just use the idea of similarity and congruence by simply finding the length here. So from here to here it's 15. The difference, so just say 40 minus 25, it will give you a 15, if I'm not mistaken. So 40 minus 25, we're getting a 15. And then from here to here, meaning from here to here, it's a 9. Okay, so we can now use the idea of similarity and congruence by simply saying this 15 will move with a bigger number, which is a 20, 15, you see, 20, 15, and then here it will be y. This y will move with a smaller number, 9. So these two will move together, okay, and these two will move together. So 20, 15, y, 9. You now cross multiply. You are getting a 15y is equal to 20 times 9. So 15y is equal to 180 divided by 15 by 15. So when you divide 180 divided by 15, what are you getting? You are simply getting a 12. So the value of y is equal to 12 meters per second. We go to the next question where they're saying we find the average speed. So for the average speed, let me draw you back here. For the total distance, we're going to use this, okay? We know that speed is equal to distance over time. So we are going to use this trapezium right here. Our A will be equal to 40 from here to here. Our B will be equal to 25 from here to here. So using this formula, speed is equal to distance over time. We need the total distance. So we can use this trapezium, okay? So we shall say distance 1 is equal to 1 over 2A plus B by H. So 1 over 2, our A is a 40 plus 25 And then our h will be equal to 20. The distance from here to here is 20. So this, and it's 1. Here it's a 10. We add them. So that is 40 plus 25. We're getting a 65. So this is 65 times 10. We're getting a 650. So distance 1 is 650. We find distance 2. So distance 2, we shall say 1 over 2 BH. So now the distance of this triangle right here, it will be 1 over 2, our B from here to here. Okay, you can see here to here it's a 10. Our H from here to here, the difference there is a 15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a 15. And then when we multiply, we're getting a 150 divided by 2. So 150 divided by 2 is a 75. Okay, so that's the distance 75. So now distance 1 plus distance 2, we're getting a 725. So total distance is 725. Now using this formula, I can say equal to 725 over the total time from here to here, it's a 40. So when we divide by 40, we are getting a 18, remainder 1 over 8 meters per second. This is our answer right over here. Thank you so much. I end right over here. If you want help, more help and detailed, this is a number you can get in touch with us. We offer online tuitions. Thank you and bye-bye.